Hello there, Erin Bradley here. And I wanted to share something from this book that I'm reading right now, which is called Black Belt of the Mind, A Conscious Approach to Wealth. And I got to be honest, I'm really enjoying books like this that kind of bring together the combination of like spirituality and business, meaning how we control our energy and our vibration and how it kind of ripples out into the world and helps us to magnetize the right kinds of relationships into our life and our business. And it all starts with how we manage ourselves, really. And so I was talking about something I read in this book as it relates to this idea of channel surfing, which is basically the same thing as like multitasking. But I was talking to my team member yesterday about it, and we were saying that it's really hard to stay on one channel throughout the day, right? So we roll out of bed in the morning, we might find ourselves checking emails, text messages, social media before we even get out of bed. And sometimes it's while we're drinking our coffee, or we're watching the news while we're drinking our coffee. And in doing so, we have all this input coming at us at all times. And it makes it very, very difficult to be focused on one thing at a time or one person at a time. And so channel surfing is this idea of like bouncing from one thing to the next. You're driving in the car and then your phone rings. So now you're talking on the phone and then the text messages are coming in and now you're thinking about what you're going to have for dinner and whether the leftover chicken in the fridge is still good. And you're going, your brain's going. And in the meantime, you're also doing multiple things. You're driving, you're talking, you're texting at the red lights, all the things, right? Or you're listening to a podcast and you're also texting. It's just crazy. Like, we live in a world and a society that makes it nearly impossible, it feels, to be able to focus on one thing at a time and single task. The problem is that it's affecting our energy. It's depleting us. It's causing us stress. And it's also derailing our productivity, our efficiency, and ultimately our ability to achieve any results we want in our life and business. So I want to challenge everyone, including myself, because this is not about perfection. Nobody masters this, not in the world we live in, certainly not in the industry we're in. There's no way to avoid the constant assault of input that is coming at us and pulling on our attention and our energy and our emotions. However, if you're not willing to strive to be better and more capable of being single focused on one task at a time, on one conversation at a time, then you're going to be in the same place 5 years from now, still exhausted, still on a roller coaster of ups and downs, racing on a hamster wheel and wondering, when is it going to stop? When are we going to find the happiness and the joy that we were seeking when we started this process? So what I'm going to challenge you to do, and same thing I'm challenging everyone on my team and all my coaching clients to do, is notice throughout the day, how often are you channel surfing? And then pause. Because what's interesting is, I trust that each and every one of us is fully capable of being on one channel at a time as it relates to having a client-facing interaction, right? You're preparing for, if you're a real estate agent, you're preparing for a listing appointment, you do the research, you do the preparation, you get yourself in a good headspace to go in there and hopefully earn the business. If you're a mortgage lender, you have run some numbers and scenarios. You're preparing to deliver the information and the options to the client. You have your notes. You're ready to go. You're mentally prepared to be focused on this interaction and only this interaction. We become adept at putting on our game face for the business related activities. However, that's the reactive side of our business. The proactive side, making the calls, organizing the events, getting the mailers out, organizing the gifts, whatever it might be that we want to do to create more relationships or deepen the existing relationships or whatever it might be to move the needle in our business, those things somehow, some way seem to fall to the wayside because we find ourselves channel surfing throughout the day. However, we're all capable of being on one channel at a time, and we prove that to ourselves with those client interactions. So what we need to do is do the exact same thing when we're working on our business or when we're with our personal relationships. Like, when you're channel surfing, people know it. When you're having a conversation with a friend and they're also texting or they're mentally a million miles away, even though they're physically present, you can feel that. And it starts to negatively impact the relationship. Same goes for spouses, children, if you have them, is that they're talking to you and you're half listening, half paying attention to the text message or the alert that popped up on your phone. Or, you might even not be looking at your phone, but you're looking at the person, but you're mentally a million miles away. these are the times where it's like, hang on a second, how come we're good at being on one channel when it relates to other people's needs and agendas, but we can't put ourselves intentionally on one channel throughout our day, whether it be the family channel, whether it's the you channel, like giving you time with no interactions or distractions of just working on yourself and being present, or whether it's, exercise, working out and not multitasking. And this is not about perfection, because I totally failed at this yesterday and had to start all over again today. But it's all about striving to be the best version of ourselves so that the results we want in our life and business come more easily. And it starts with ourselves. So I'm going to challenge you guys to pay attention, give it a shot, and try to be on one channel at a time. When you're at work, be on the business channel. Don't also be thinking about family, talking about family, whatever. And when you're on the family channel, be on the family channel, and don't also be trying to work. And then see what happens to your energy. Like, have some awareness around how you feel and what you accomplish, and the results might propel you to continue the process of trying this on for size. Be willing to try, be willing to accept the fact that energy awareness, energy management, and ultimately creating predictable results in our business is available to all of us, but it starts with us. So let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you, questions, feedback, and if you've done it and how does it feel, let me know. All right, make it a great day. I'll see you next time.